Hey guys, Matthew. In today's video, it's going to be a quick one. I just want to showcase the build that I've been kind of hyping up, which is Winter Inquisitor Miner. So the reason I'm making this video is this one YouTube comment, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. It's a bit of a book, so you might want to skip out this part of the video if you're not interested. But anyways, this dude called Rizzy Hizzy commented, "Warning to the PoE community, do not fall for this clickbait. You won't reach red maps quickly, you won't farm bosses day one, you won't get rich, you won't do any of that. You'll end up only chain dying and ruining your fucking league start. There's no world in which this build is better than Seismic because Matt is not even close to good enough at build making to come up with one. Even if he were, you can rest assured he would actually discovered some super secret off-meta powerhouse, then he'd keep it to himself to gain an advantage on league start. What you're being sold here is a byproduct bundled into putrid clickbait garbage. If you take one look at the POB, the following becomes abundantly clear. The build has no survivability. The PoB uses all offensive ores combined with perfect blast chain mine detonation sequence to pad DPS and is left with sub 4k HP, no armor, no evasion, no block, and no max res. The video showcased a Minotaur map. That map probably had to do 10 takes to get a deathless run. In reality, you'll end up chain dying in alt maps. And to do any serious bossing content, for God's sake, the build uses Cast on Death Portal in the PoB. That should tell you all you need to know. The build uses Annihilating Light to inflate its DPS numbers. The problem with that is you're stuck using two-handed staff, which means no shield charge. With a measly 81 MS modifier, you aren't going to go anywhere near fast enough to progress your Atlas in a pace comparable to competent boss rushers. Due to slow run speed and constant death, you'll be stuck running around T7 maps like a virgin, while Seismic Chad using Whirling Blade shield charge will be farming Uber Elder and making 20x an hour. The playstyle is extremely clunky. If you want to achieve the PoB DPS numbers, you need to play mines perfectly. Let's face it, if you're a PoE mechanics expert like I'm Exile or Ben, you wouldn't be watching this video or considering playing this dogshit build in the first place. You'll fuck up your mine placement detonation sequence, fail to insta-phase the boss, and left holding your dick in hands against a full HP boss who is just going to one-shot your 3 HK paper character. You think I wanted to sit in the YouTube comment section and type up this magnanimous dissertation like a dickhead? No, but I did it for you since I know how bad it feels to get baited by a shit tier build, only have your league start ruined. Don't fall for this. All top players who get world first kills on Uber bosses in softcore, hardcore, solo self-found softcore, and solo self-found hardcore will be playing Seismic. Don't be that idiot who got tricked into playing some meme build instead. Okay, so let's go ahead and reconsider a lot of his comment. First off, he said the build is squishy, and then I said the DPS numbers are inflated on PoB. Fair enough. So how are we actually going to refute those claims, and what are we going to do here? So what I did is I removed the Annihilating Light, and instead I took a Terran Shiver, which is a 1 Chaos Staff. As you can see, it's not linked. It's got double 3 links. This is made on purpose because for mapping, in the early stage of the Atlas, you will use a 1 and a shield. This is something I was going to cover in my guide because, as he said, you want to go fast while progressing your Atlas. He's absolutely right. But we don't need double 6 links. We only need a single 6 link, which is going to be our body armor. So this is how we're going to remediate to the slow speed. When it comes to the actual bossing and invitation farming, taking an extra 10 seconds to clear the map is not what's going to be the difference between getting rich and getting poor compared to taking 10 extra seconds to kill, or 30 extra seconds to kill the boss. This is why we use a staff, because we have access to some very strong staff nodes such as Serpent Stance. As you can see, I don't currently have Serpent Stance even on my tree. Okay, next. He says that the build is very squishy. All right, well, right now I do have no defensive auras. I'm running Skitter Bots in Zealotry. I'm res capped because I don't need Annihilating Light, so I don't need to run Purity of Elements. Otherwise, I'm missing a ring slot because some people have some concerns in terms of the price of Snake Pit in a League Start scenario, so I decided to remove Snake Pit entirely. Another thing is we're going to use a Tabula to showcase this right now, and we're going to use a 5 link. So Swift Assembly, Trap and Mine, Winter, Charge Mines, and High Impact. We're leaving this 6 link out of this whole ordeal. Another thing to do that I did in order to showcase this build as like absolute trash tier is I removed all my jewels. As you can see, I've got no jewels in any of my 4 jewel sockets here. Oh, except this one, I believe. So let me remove that as well. Am I still res capped? Okay, I'm still res capped. So I've got no jewels. I do have one singular cluster, and that's because Arcane Pyrotechnics is the only way to get Arcane Surge, which is 10% more damage, so we're not going to be removing that. Otherwise, though, I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jewels. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 jewel sockets. Still res capped. 5 jewel sockets that are empty. On average, you can easily get double crit multi-jewels with life for a couple X each. That would basically be around 30 multi per jewel, so I'm missing 150 multi on my build. Another thing is this build gets access to a free aura from Divine Blessing because we can use Mind over Matter and EB paired together. As you can see, I basically get permanent uptime on a free aura. I'm not going to do that for this showcase. Another thing is this build gets a Bear Trap as a way to get more DPS. I'm not going to do that in this video showcase. I'm literally just going to use my regular auras, and I'm just going to use basically one single curse, which is my Sniper's Mark, so I actually don't even need to use this Arcanist brand anymore, because obviously we're not using Tornado as well, so we're not using Bear Trap. Literally, we're just going to use one curse, and then we're going to obviously use Righteous Fire for damage. That's the reason why we're an Inquisitor. We're on a 5-link, 1C staff, and a Tabula. Let's go ahead and do a Maven. Another thing is I will face tank Cascade of Pain in this video. When she does Cascade of Pain, when she does literally anything, I will literally just sit there and face tank it, because of course he said that this build was extremely squishy and unplayable. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. Alright.
The prize piece comes to join my collection.
Of course, this is not Uber Maven, this is regular Maven, but what can you expect on a 5-link? I'm not expecting to one-shot this boss either, but let's see what this build can do. Alright, so we're going to curse her, and we're literally just going to stand still. As I said I would. I'm not going to move whatsoever.
Stand still.
The only thing that I can't stand still in is the degen pools. That's it. Otherwise, I'm just going to stand still. Not going to move.
A cascade of pain.
Alright, that's one phase done. Let's go ahead and do the rest of the fight. Now this is probably going to be the biggest hurdle of the entire fight, which is the add phase, because of course on a 5-link my damage is not, you know, anything crazy, and there's a lot of degens that come alongside these adds, so that can be a bit of an issue if you don't have enough damage to kill them very quickly.
I will have what I want.
All right.
Death will not be an escape.
So again, we're not using our 30% more damage from her free aura. We're not using Bear Trap, which is another 10% damage. We're on a 5-link, so we're missing 40% damage there. We're not using plus level on our skin. We're not using a plus level amulet. We're literally using a crit multi amulet.
Death made real.
So we won't be able to tank that. This I can actually tank, but because of the degen, I didn't want to sit in it for too long.
A cascade of pain.
Alright, Cascade of Pain, paired with all the explosions. Of course, yes. Keep going, Maven. Do your thing.
Stand
Death made real.
Why?
Alright.
Resistance will be punished.
Okay. So far, we're looking pretty decent.
Contorts.
Looking pretty okay so far.
Scurry.
Oh, another thing is this build uses Blast Chain Mines in order to get mine sequences, because the way that it works is that every additional mine in the sequence does 5% more damage, right? This is what he said was padding our DPS on POB. That's fair. Except right now, I'm actually using High Impact Mine. So I actually get nothing out of High Impact Mines. Absolutely nothing. Literally nothing from the build. From High Impact Mine. So take it as you will. Okay, so I think I actually didn't quite see what the pattern was. Hopefully it's this. It is good. Alright.
Do what I say.
Okay, I don't think we can tank that. I've never tried it though.
A cascade of pain.
Hopefully I don't get stunned to the degen. We kind of did get stunned in the degen, but that's okay.
Real.
We can't tank the big explosion, but we can tank the standstill. I'll be able to showcase that later on. Okay, without the frost shield, it's a little bit scarier to actually face tank it, but you know, still doable.
Stop resisting.
Okay, we're almost done with this. I believe there's one more phase.
Punishment inescapable.
Not using any sequencing, not using her free aura, on a 5-link with a 1C staff and a non+1 tabula, so a regular, just a regular tabula here. Ooh, those ads though. That was close. That was close to actually being our first death here. One thing we cannot do is hit the lasers because they will basically make it so we can't regen anymore, and that's a big problem on a regen-based build.
Scurry.
Oh no! Oh no! I hit the laser. Okay, that's okay.
Stand still.
Surely we won't die, right? Surely we won't die from this. Okay, good. We were able to
Cascade of pain.
wait out the laser thingy. So I don't know why I actually didn't get hit by the Cascade of Pain there. I can basically face tank it. Alright, so we're going to put this here, and we're literally just going to stand still. The only thing we're not going to get hit by is the laser. If it's not the laser, we're going to stand still. Oh, wait. She's gone. I didn't realize she was gone. Laser's about to hit us. We're going to have to move out of that way. Not using sequencing, not using any sort of, you know, higher damage output. I'm literally holding down D, which is my detonate key. So I'm literally not getting, basically, I'm actually not on a 5-link, I'm on a 4-link, but I have a support which allows I've Mine to be made into a mine. Or I have Winter to be made into a mine. But that's about it. Face tank that, no problem there. Face tank Cascade of Pain, of course, no problem.
Stand still.
Another thing I'll let you guys know after the fight. Ah, crap.
Mana is spent.
Ah, crap. We hit the laser, chat. We hit the laser.
Stand still.
Yeah, I don't think I can, lady. I don't think so. Alright, cool.
Cascade of pain.
Totally face tank that. Ooh, he actually froze me. Well, that was close. That was close.
Still.
That one random YouTube comment was almost right there. Okay.
This will not be an escape.
Almost there, almost there. Our 4-link-ish Eye of Winter. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Note also that in the upcoming league, you'll no longer be able to abuse Brittle the same way that we were, which is one thing that made Seismic Trap extremely powerful.
Still.
On a budget, the abuse of Brittle. Alright, now I'll let you guys in on a secret. The entirety of this fight, I never used a single flask, except my life flask. I did not use any of my flasks the entire fight. So, this was not only on a 5-link, or more like a 4-link, because high impact actually doesn't really do anything if we're not actually putting down all our mines. And we only have a limit of 15 mines, and because I'm constantly detonating, right, because I was holding down D, I was basically getting, you know, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 6%, you know, ish chance to deal double damage. So basically it wasn't even really a support. No enchant either on our helm or on our boots, no plus level on our amulet. The gloves are basically just unnerve, and 5-link, 4-link-ish. No jewels actually put into the build, and yeah. So that's that. Hopefully that was a bit of a showcase on, you know, why you should absolutely not play this build and why Seismic is significantly better, of course. Anyways, that'll be Matthew signing out. Until next one. Peace.